Hi, welcome back. Today is Wednesday, the 10th of February, and in our spag lesson today, we are going to be looking one more time at a different word root. Now, yesterday we spoke about word roots and why we have lots of words in English that come from Latin. So we're going to carry that on today, and we are going to look at one word root in particular. Before we do that, I would like you to pause the video, write your date and learning objective in your home learning book, and when you're ready and it looks really beautiful, unpause the video and we'll get going. Okay, so let's go. Today we are going to be looking at the word root spect. Spect, okay. Now this is a group of letters, a word root that we find in quite a lot of words in English, and it comes from Latin and it means look. Okay, so I've got a few pictures here to help you out, and there is a little video, and I will post, you won't be able to click direct in this video, but I will post it in the description box below, and you will be able to find the video to learn all about the word root spect. Okay, so I've got a few words here. Up here we have got a pair of glasses, but an old-fashioned word for glasses is spectacles. Spectacles. Now my granny still calls her glasses her spectacles. And that's why we have the shop Specsavers. Other opticians are available, but that's why we call them specs or spectacles, or that's where the word Specsavers comes from, because it's to do with glasses, spectacles, and that comes from Latin and it means look. So when I was a little girl, a long time ago, this was one of my favourite cartoons, and it was Inspector Gadget. And Inspector Gadget used to go and fight crime, and he had all the coolest gadgets hidden inside his coat, and he was an inspector. An inspector. So we have police inspectors, and it is their job to look very closely. Inspectors look very closely at a crime scene to see if they can figure out what has gone wrong or who the criminal is. And that's what Inspector Gadget used to do. He used to inspect different things. So when you inspect something, it means you look very, very closely. Here we have what looks like a scene perhaps from the Olympics in 2012, a bunch of sports fans in a stadium. They have got some Union flags. They look like they're having good fun, and they are spectators. They are spectators of a sport. So they are watching or looking at whatever game it is that's going on, whatever sport that's taking place. They are spectators. And this one that I've actually covered up with my face a little bit, sorry about that, is a spectrum. And spectrum is a very complicated scientific word, but there is a spectrum, a range of different colours and lights that are visible to the human eye. A range, a spectrum of different colours that humans can see. So that comes from Latin, spectrum, meaning spect, meaning to look. So we've got a few more spect words for you here. Spect. So if you inspect something, it means you look very, very closely at it. So that can help you to learn more about something or to find a problem and fix it. So for example, the example we've got here is tomorrow the principal will inspect students' lockers. So maybe those students have got something in there they shouldn't have, like a big stash of chocolate or something naughty. So the principal is going to inspect. He's going to look very closely. And you can see that the scientist in the picture is using a microscope to inspect. And when you use a microscope, it helps you look very closely at something teeny tiny that you can't see with normal human eyes. So she is looking very closely. And from the word inspect, we also get words like inspector. And Inspector Gadget, as I said earlier, was one of my favourite cartoons as a kid. So Inspector Gadget, he was a police inspector. He looked very closely at crimes. So our next spect word is perspective. Now this is quite an unusual word, but you might have heard grown-ups say it before. So for example, grown-ups might say something like, try to think of it from the other person's perspective. So, you know, maybe your little sister is crying and, you know, she doesn't want to share her toy, and your parent might say, try to think of it from your sister's perspective. That was her present for Christmas. Of course she doesn't want to share. Look at it from her perspective, her point of view. Okay, and that contains the word root spect, meaning to look. Oh, a familiar scene. Okay, so this lady is a spectator. She has gone to the cinema and she is watching, I wonder what she's watching. I don't know what film she's watching, but she is watching. She is looking. She is spectating, probably a film. It looks like she's in a cinema. But you don't just have spectators in a cinema, you can have spectators at a sports match or at a special event or a show or something like that. So the example sentence there is, hundreds of spectators waited for the parade to begin. Spect. Spect meaning to look. Now, today I'm going to give you a challenge all to do with this word spect. Now, don't forget, guys, if you are struggling and you're thinking, I'm not really sure I know many words with spect in, I would suggest that you have a little look at this video, because this video here, I'll put the link in the description, shows you lots of words with the word root spect in. Another really good way of gathering ideas is to speak to a sibling, if you've got one at home, or a parent or carer, and they may well know a few words. So this is your challenge for today. This is called a graphic organizer. Now, some of you may be lucky enough to have a printer at home. So if you have got a printer, then you can steal this and print it out. But don't worry if you don't. You don't have to have a printer. You can draw this yourself. So you are going to write the word root in the middle and use perhaps a ruler, or you could draw around something round, so a cup or something. Make sure you ask a parent or carer first though, please. And you are going to create your own version of this graphic organizer. And everyone is going to be doing the word spect. And in the boxes here, 1, 2, 3, 4, you are going to choose 4 words with spect in. 4 spect words. And they could be words that we've looked at already, but if you're feeling super brainy, you might be able to think of some of your own words with spect in. So you're going to write the spect word in there, and a definition, well, that's what a word means. So you're going to write the word here. I might write spectator. And my definition is a little sentence or two to explain what that word means. So I might write spectator, a person who watches an event or show or film. Okay? And if I'm feeling even brainier, I might tell you that it's a noun. Okay? I might tell you the word class. So you're going to choose 4 spect words. It would be great if you could think of at least one that is a new word. Don't worry if you can't, just try really hard to have a think. And once you've done that, I would love to see you illustrating these, adding little pictures. We love to illustrate words in year 4, just like Mrs. Wordsmith does, because it helps to get that word into our brain to help us remember it. So feel free to add some little illustrations to your graphic organizer. And don't forget, take a picture, send it across to us. You know, guys, words is my thing. I love words. So I cannot wait. I'm so excited to see your work on Latin word roots. Think how brainy you'll feel. So have a lovely day, work hard, and I cannot wait to see all the work that you send across to us. See you soon. Bye.